Hey, this is Eddie Hale, and today I want to show you how I take a sketch that I've drawn on paper and bring it into Illustrator so that I can draw over it in Illustrator. First thing, of course, I make a sketch on paper, then I take a photo of it with a smartphone, or in this case, I'm using my iPod. Then I email it to myself. After that, I open up that email. There it is. I'm going to right click on this image any way you can to save that image as. In this case, I'm going to save it in my Illustrator folder. I'm going to make a new folder and call it something like Lesson 2 Drawing Create. And I'll rename the image itself. I'm going to call it Bug JPEG. Alright, so I've got that going. Now I have to go into Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to make a new document. I'm going to hit Command N to make a new document. I'm going to choose the landscape format and click OK. So there, now to place the image, I go to File, Place, and I navigate to the image. So in my Illustrator folder, I made a Lesson 2 Drawing folder, and there's my Bug JPEG. I'll place it in here. It usually comes in too big, and in this case it's rotated. I'm going to hit Command minus and scale it down a little bit. To scale it down, of course, hold the Shift key when you scale it, and I'm just using the black selection arrow and grabbing onto one of the corners and scaling it down. The black selection arrow will also let me rotate it, so I put my cursor just outside of one of the corners and I rotate. If you hold the Shift key when you're rotating, it will constrain the rotation to 45-degree angles, so I can get it perfectly horizontal like that. So that's a pretty good size for my drawing. Now, I need to do a couple other things. I'm going to change this. I'm going to protect this so I can't mess it up or move it accidentally. In the Layers panel, I'm going to double click on this layer, and I'm going to click on Template right here. And that does some neat things. It locks the layer so I can't accidentally move it. It turns off print, so when I print this image, the scan of my sketch won't print, just the Illustrator stuff will print. And then it also dims it down to 50% so I can see the line I'm drawing over the top of it. I'm going to change the name of this layer to Sketch. I don't have to, but I'm going to because it's more descriptive. Now it's dim, and I get this little cursor that says, hey, you can't draw on this layer. So I need a new layer to draw on. I'm going to go to the Layers panel again, and I'm going to click the New Layer button. It makes a new layer, and I will often call this Drawing. So this is my drawing layer. In this particular assignment, students have to start with a basic shape and then use all of the path manipulation tools to add anchor points and make the shape follow their sketch. Another important thing I need to do is I need to save this document. I would save it into that same folder that the bug image is in. I'll call this something thoughtful like my last name, Lesson 2 Drawing AI. Save it into that same folder. It's always a good practice to save the document into the same folder as the image that's been placed in it. So there you go. Let's review. You do the sketch. I took a picture of it with a smartphone, emailed it to myself, placed it, File, Place, into Adobe Illustrator, changed the layer into a template layer, template, made a new layer called Drawing, and I draw on top of it there. I saved the Illustrator document into the same folder as I have saved my image, my sketch image, and that's all you need to know. I hope that helps you, and thanks for watching. Bye.